Hello, everybody. Let's see. Got a couple people in here. We are getting started with our steps to success. Not a whole lot of presentation, a little bit of back and forth today. A couple of ideas and some comments. I want to make sure that you guys have in front of you, and you can use the information to your best interest. I guess we're gonna kind of go at it from that direction. Let's see. Well, hello. I got two Lindas in here with the same name. That is different. Okay. There's so much good. There's two of you. I guess that's how it goes. Hey, Steve, Rob, Tom. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the meeting, Steps to Success. Today, we're going to be talking a little bit about, well, a lot about using MiCard in your business, right? So it's not just a matter of Thursdays we talk about selling and making money and growing your income. Today is about growing your income in your business. And it doesn't necessarily tie into 100% MiCard. And what I mean by that is MiCard is a tool. It is a crutch. It is a conversation piece. It is, and in some cases, it might be your business partner, depending on how much you rely upon it. But one of the greatest things about MiCard that I liked at the very beginning and to date, with my history as 20 years as a real estate agent, and I know that this room is probably full of a lot of them, is the content it gives you to have conversations about at any given time. Whether you're meeting a client for the first time or somebody that you met multiple times, there's almost a new reason every time that I interact with that person to talk about MiCard. Whether it's, hey, we've just done this, we've just added this, or I added this onto MiCard. Remember, in some cases, I see a couple questions. My luck, I'm not being heard. There is an echo. Huh. Is that because there's two of you, Linda? I don't know. I don't know why that would be. I apologize. Anybody has some input, let me know. I guess so. If Steve or Tom, what do you guys? Let me know if maybe that's just an isolated incident. If anybody's having an echo, let me know. I did have my prior meeting that I literally just bounced out of. I was having a lot of internet connections, so that might kind of be bleed over here. So I apologize. Linda, please work with me if that's the case. So what I was saying was using the card in your business and giving you content to have discussions. And you see Ralph, it bugs me when he pulls up his phone because you never see it. But in reality, using your phone on a regular basis, pulling up your card, right, and opening it up, showing them, making it easy for them to understand. And this is what I really think we need to be doing just as salespeople, demonstrating to them how easy it is. Don't leave it up to them to figure it out the next 10 minutes. Then the next day they open their phone. That's a big ask. Remove that friction. So in your conversations, when you share your card, share the card and then say, literally you could say, just save it. Or what I like to do is when I pull it up, I point out to them, hey, hit that little button right there at the top. You see where it pulls it up? And then save it to your home screen. Why is that important? I know, everybody wants to remove steps, but this step is so important because what you're doing right there is you're showing them how to save it to their phone, but at the same time, you follow that up with, and you do the same thing to share it. So if you got a friend thanks, Steve, appreciate it. If you got a friend that you'd like to send a referral to, or maybe your friend says, hey, do you know a plumber, a realtor, electrician? That's how you share it. It's save it to the home screen. It's the same as sharing it to another person. And we want to make sure that your clients understand how easy that is. It's important that we make that super easy, an extension, so that now your client becomes a solution artist at solving someone else's problem just by introducing you. Hey, don't worry, if you got a friend that asks, send them my card. It's really easy. It's right here. It's on my phone. Make it easy for you to access for your use and your friend's use. Share it with them. At the same time, we know that could lead into your client being interested in the card. your client's friend or associate that asked for the referral could be interested in the card. So that's the domino effect. But in reality, all we want to do is make sure that it's easy for them to understand how they share your card to other people and how they save your card to their home screen. So we want to make sure that you are 100% suggesting they save it to their home screen, 100% you're saving to your home screen. When you go out and you bring on a new recruiter or a new promoter, you're saving their card to your home screen. Why? Because that is the start of your referral network. Yet, I'm one of them guys, don't expect a referral from me until I get one from you. It's not really true, but it does work in reciprocity. Help me out with a big word there. Reciprocation, it's a give and take, right? So I want to make sure that I'm making it easy for people to see how to do it and make it easy for them to do it. Great. All right. So want to make sure that when you're making those introductions, you're talking about the card. Let's talk about more specifically about the card since I'm on that subject. When you're opening up, of course, explaining to them they can get a free card at the bottom if they're interested, right? So there's content right there. Hey, hey, I just put this together. It's really helping me out. I've made it so that you can access my information without speaking to me. It's really saved me a lot of time and made things simpler. And it goes right on your phone. Wow, really? What's it cost? It's free. It's free. Yeah. So that's how you start it. Introduce it. From there, it could be a discussion of what else you use it for. It could literally be in what I believe is to your advantage. Just explaining to them what's on your card. Maybe listening to what questions they have, because there may be something you could learn from that conversation to put on your card to make it easier for the next person. So this is a learning situation for your clientele. What questions are your clients asking? And then we turn it into the top end of a funnel. Whether that funnel leads to you potentially making money at the end of it is up to you. Or if that funnel is just a client, a client attraction and a client benefit, so that your clients are taken care of. It's MiCard is set up 100% to be your choice how you want to deploy it and use it. You could have some interactions with some referrals that you send out that do pay you back. You can have some that don't. It depends on you and your industry and what works for you and your clients. We're not going to dictate that. But the idea is 100%, you will be more successful the more you dive into and rely upon and introduce MiCard to your clientele. It'll give you content, it'll give you connection, it'll keep you top of mind. Can't beat that with anything else, right? So I want to make sure we cover that. Let's see. Questions. I got one. All right, that one's just telling me that I am no longer echoing. Thank you very much. All right, let's move on to item 2, money on the table. This is an easy one. As Ralph says, you meet people every day, every week, that could be referral partners for you. So this goes right back down to making it easy for them to share, introducing your card, making it easy for them to access you for themselves, and making it easy for them to access you for their network. And that's how it builds. Going back to, have you ever had somebody literally walk up to you, or you introduce somebody and they go, I wish I would have met you last week. I was just thinking about you, or I needed your information last week. That type of interaction is what MiCard is here to dispel. We want to make it easy so that when they think of you, and I don't know if anybody has done this, if you have my app and the pro subscription, one of the things that I like and I found very useful, if you're looking at my phone, you can see I've got a couple of different my apps on there, and I use this for demonstrations, so I throw them on there all the time and I have to delete them off. So right now it's not exactly present worthy, but the idea is, where was I going? Oh, what is that doing there? The idea is, when I need to go find somebody, sometimes I have trouble with names. And that's why, to me, it's important in regards to what you put on your My App as your title for yourself and for others. So, in some cases I can remember first name. Sometimes I can remember the industry. So a lot of times when I'm creating these My Apps, I put the name and the industry. And that way, when I'm remembering so-and-so needs a plumber, I'm just typing in plumber here at the top. And if you see it, it's popping up with Plumber Daniel right there. right? So I didn't need to remember it's Daniel, and maybe I've got 3 plumbers, and I don't want, so I could literally pull up 3 and say, boom, 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 here's 3 that I refer business to at all times. If you're an agent and you like to work in that 3, the power of 3 to cover you, you can do that. Pull it up, plumber, send it out. Now your network has the opportunity to rein that money in. Now you just sent a referral to one of your 3 people in your network. And hopefully now that person realizes that this is a moneymaker and they're going to reciprocate and start sending business back, right? So that's what we're talking about, leaving money on the table, making sure that you're educating people that this is your contact information. It's super easy to get, super easy to share, and it's easy for you to share and for them to share. And just one little demonstration of how you do it, which is, and I'll do it again, clicking that little button at the top, right here at the top where the URL is. It's a little square with the arrow. It pops up asking what I want it to do. I'm going to go down here and I'm going to tell it to open the home, or put it on the home screen, add the home screen right here. Can't see it. And there it asks me what name I want to put on it. In this case, I'm going to put Brady, cool guy. Because everybody's looking for a cool guy, right? Brady, cool guy. Now when I'm looking for a cool guy, I just type in cool guy and I pop up. So on demand. Just an idea there, all right? Your work deserves the link. So this goes back to making sure that your MiCard link is in every place that you can put it. If you've got an email signature, it needs to go in there. A couple of days ago, we actually talked about adding in a custom code that every time you put it into your phone, for instance, you might type in plus plus plus, and when that is entered, your keyboard will automatically enter your MyLink URL, right? So you can actually set up your phone to respond quickly so that will pop up. And the great news is, if you're on your phone and you're working social media, it works there too because it's tied to the actual keyboard app. So again, another shortcut, and we'll probably go over that on Thursday to do that. I know it's literally just going into settings and creating custom, what is the word I'm looking for? Creating custom responses. I know it's a shortcut. Let's see. We've already covered that you're a conversation starter. One of the things that we haven't really gone into because it's still on the forefront of being released, but as we continue forward and probably within the next 30 days or so and start releasing some of the opportunities, that is again additional conversations that you can have. And let me give you an example. One of those opportunities is going to be an insurance referral. So if you are, again, let's talk about agents, an easy one, but you don't have to be an agent. You could be a mortgage broker, a title person. You could literally just be, Susie Homemaker that's helping out her neighborhood saying, hey, if you've struggled with high insurance, so if you're in Florida, that's an easy. You could share a link, and from that link, you could be paid a referral if those people follow up with an actual insurance application. So we're working on bringing in little things like that will pay you back for the referrals that you're already doing. And then at the same time, give you content that could pay you if it's advantageous for your client, but most importantly, content that you're bringing solutions to your clients. You're living in their world, trying to solve their day-to-day problems, right? That's where you're going to reach them. Let's see, using MiCard as a conversation starter in regards to just asking for feedback. If you find somebody else that has, and we actually recommend this on social media. If you happen to find somebody on social media that you're following and they've got a link tree, that's a perfect conversation starter for MiCard. Hey, how long you been with Linktree? Do you like it? Do you pay for it? And then what do you think of mine? Or I looked at Linktree, I went this way. This is what I liked about it. What do you think? Just the introduction. A lot of the people you're going to run into, they set up their Linktree a year ago, 2 years ago, and haven't touched it since. They don't understand that they're leaving money on the table because they're not actively using it as a revenue source. That's what MiCard allows you to do if that's what you want to do. So using it there, finding people with an existing digital card, they're already adopting new technology. It's a matter of making smarter choices when adopting new technology. They probably just don't know that MiCard is available, and presenting it to them with the income option could really, capture some eyeballs. So want to make sure you're explaining, the use that you have for the card. So it's not, and what I'm trying to go back to here is it's not a sales pitch. In my opinion, most of my conversations with similar industry people, and I'm going to go back to like real estate, the circles that I still work in. It's easy to have that conversation from a what's working and what's not working, and what could we improve? What could I help you with? And that's kind of what I'm really trying to get to. A lot of the agents that I work with, we know we cover different areas. I just got off the phone with one earlier this morning. He's talking about working in a certain area, needing a certain agent that works down there because he does it. That's a referral partner. That's not competition. Those are people that you want to network with because at the same time, when they're looking for somebody in your area, you want to be there. And it all just starts from the moment or from the first step of wanting to help them and provide them as a free solution at a minimum, and or a free solution that could pay them back if you follow our premium product or our freemium product. So want to make sure we're there. Let's see. Next question. And we are wrapping it up here. Again, we're going to probably be under 20 minutes in total, unless there are some open questions. But today it's all about making sure that MiCard is able to work within whichever industry you're currently in. Don't think that it's just real estate. Don't think that it's just Daniel's personal training here, right? It is, two of those could be brothers, couldn't they? Anyway, want to make sure that you're actually using the card and it's not staying in your phone. If you haven't upgraded to the Pro product yet and actually instituted or implemented your My app, we want to make sure that you know how to do that today. And if anybody has that question, please let me know. But it's just going into your dashboard and clicking on upgrade. Now, for My app, you do have to have the Pro subscription. It does not work with the starter. So if you do not have Pro, you would need to upgrade to the Pro. Seeing a question here, but I'm not seeing why it's not showing up in one spot, but not the other. So there it is. Done. All right. Let's go back to my notes. 3-touch rule, making sure that, from the moment you meet somebody, you've got 3 opportunities to follow up. Of course, the first one is the introduction. That's the first one. The second one is ultimately when, most likely when they go back to your text message or your digital card, and then they view it there. And then the third is ultimately what you put on that digital card. So that digital card becomes a multiple touch situation, making you more memorable in that interaction. So, and it all starts from 1, having the card, and 2, using the card. That's the hardest part. So I want to make sure everybody hears that. The hardest part is just using it. And that just starts with a commitment of using it, plain and simple. Any other questions? I don't see anything coming in. We are live again for tomorrow night. So I want to make sure everybody understands. So those that weren't there last Thursday, we were live Thursday for most of it. We handled a Q&A at the end. It was pretty light. So if you have, and this is always helpful, if you have friends and family that are just starting to understand, or maybe you want to introduce them, we highly recommend that you invite them to the Wednesday night meetings. And that way they can hear firsthand from Ralph and from us. And then more specifically, what we really want to do is follow up with that conversation at the end to remove any questions that they have. We want to tackle those questions because they help us as much as they help them. It makes sure that we're staying on task and we're not getting, as Ralph likes to say, in the weeds with some of our thoughts. So by all means, if you've got somebody or if you've got a question that you've been dying to ask, Wednesday night's a great time. It's an open forum. No question is too short, too long, too old, antiquated, or just wrong. The only wrong question is one you don't ask, right? And then, we'll take it from there. Let's see. 3-touch rule. Here's one I think is very important. Just looking from other industries, whether you're a plumber, electrician, maybe you're a landscaper, maybe you, oh goodness, maybe you are just in the service industry. After every interaction with a client, it's easy for you to send a follow-up message, text message preferably. And what we have found, some people are starting to do and having real success with it. We'll use a landscaper as an example. Do a before, do an after, and I don't know why my camera's going crazy. Do a before, do an after, and then send both images with your card attached to them. Why? It's actually not hard for them to share with somebody else. This guy, literally a before and after photo with your card. It shares it to the neighbor, shares it to, their friend, their work associate. It allows them to help grow your network, right? So, that whether it be a plumber installing a new toilet, a new bathroom, a painter painting a house, a before and after photo, little things like that can really start, one, giving you content that you can put onto your social media, right? The before and after photos, but also giving your clients something easy for them to share. So think about that. And that's what I want to leave everybody with, is a little task of what can you add to your text messages, add to your conversations that makes it easy for your clients to understand, hey, I could share that, or this is new content for me, or I need to save that. What is it you can do that integrates your card, your business, and not MiCard. No, this is not a MiCard building conversation. This is a your business, you in your business conversation. What can you do just using text, a before and after photo, or even just a follow-up? Hey, we checked in on you, if you're a pet sitter, we checked in on your pets today. All was great. Photo, card inserted, send the text. You're not looking for interaction back. You're not waiting for them to say anything. You're almost saying, you don't want, I don't say you don't want it, but you shouldn't expect the response other than a smiley face and a thumbs up. You could add into, hey, if just make the ask, if you know anybody else looking for a landscaper, a pet sitter, a painter, an electrician in your area, please share my card. I would love to work with more people like you. It's that simple. It makes it easy for them to say, oh, I know so-and-so that's doing their own lawn. I know so-and-so that isn't happy with their guy. That's how it starts. And you work within your network. So that's it. We're going to wrap it up there. 123 today. Thank you, everybody, for giving us your time. We appreciate it. We know you've got opportunities, and definitely you probably got a long list of responsibilities. So giving us your time, we're trying to be responsible with it. We appreciate it. We are back again tomorrow night, 6:30, for our live presentation. And then again on Thursday, where we talk about our leadership lab. Over the next couple of weeks, we will be doing some changes, meaning we're going to be diversifying a little bit. We've got a lot of new podcasts and speakers that we're going to be introducing that will be coming at you from different industries, so that if you would like, well, I don't want anybody to jump off right now, but if you'd like to investigate some other speakers, some other topics, what's working in other industries, then we're going to make that available to you. You can subscribe to those. You can come and go as you want. If anything, like I said, it's going to be content for you. If you're in one of those industries that deals with all different types of industries, people, by all means, it will give you insight into how other industries are using the card, MiCard, and how you can explain it, right? So that's what I wanted to get to, is making sure that you understand. We've got some podcasts coming up. We've got an unofficial launch date right after September 1st. We're lining those up. We're getting the itineraries and the subjects and the content put together. We're assigning some rooms for these people. Some of the people you're already familiar with, they're very active. Some of them are powerhouses that have been waiting in the wings to get started and ultimately giving us a little bit of help on the side. But now they're ready to come in and show their talents. And by all means, we know that there is a lot of talent out there. So we're going to invite that and then facilitate that so that it helps you, right? So as that begins happening, we're going to welcome feedback. We're always open to it, because at the end of the day, it's all about helping you do what you do best, which is your job, your profession. And it's not always just MiCard. MiCard is a byproduct that works in all of that. Great thing is it works without too much hassle. So wrapping it up, thank you, everybody. We're back again Wednesday. Please be safe. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.